When the Kansas City Chiefs faced off against the Detroit Lions, the roar from Arrowhead Stadium wasn't just about football. Hidden away in a plush VIP suite, Taylor Swift sat quietly, but her presence was anything but subtle. Cameras flashed, whispers spread, and fans craned their necks for a glimpse of the pop megastar. But this wasn't your typical celebrity cameo. Taylor wasn't alone. Alongside her sat her parents, Andrea and Scott Swift, looking perfectly at home as they chatted with Donna Kelce, mother of Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. The door to the suite creaked open, and for a split second, the world outside Arrowhead paused. Even the usually unflappable valet staff seemed starstruck as Taylor, without a second thought, handed over a generous tip, every bill a crisp $100. It was classic Swift, a touch of glamour, a dash of kindness, and always a sense of occasion. But the story wasn't just unfolding in the VIP stands. Down on the field, Travis Kelce was already in game mode, but even he couldn't ignore the squeals of excitement from a group of young fans. Spotting them, he jogged over, peeled off his gloves, and handed them over with a grin. The kids erupted, their joy echoing louder than the stadium speakers. It was a moment that said everything about the Kelce-Swift dynamic. Two superstars, each with a heart for their fans. And yet, as the game played out, something else was in the air, something bigger than football or even fame. Taylor's latest album, barely a week old, was already rewriting music history. It dominated the Billboard Hot 100, the Billboard 200, iTunes, and Spotify, shattering records and sending her net worth soaring above the $2 billion mark. But as the news spread, those who knew Swift best weren't surprised. She's always been generous and kind in all situations, one staff member whispered, recalling other moments when Taylor's tip or a simple thank you turned an ordinary shift into an unforgettable day. Away from the cameras and the crowds, Taylor Swift has been navigating a different sort of headline. In a recent interview, she couldn't help but steal glances at her left hand, her voice softening as she spoke about the engagement ring Travis Kelce designed for her. "I look at it constantly," she admitted, a flicker of disbelief in her eyes. "It doesn't feel normal for me, but it's more than that. He's just my favorite person I've ever met. No offense to everyone else." It was the kind of confession that makes fans swoon and tabloids scramble for quotes. But for Taylor, it was simple. The fact that this is the person I get to hang out with every day, forever, that's the whole thing. She described the ring, a vintage-inspired, old-mine brilliant cut diamond, set in gold and encircled by smaller stones. Kelce had collaborated with acclaimed jeweler Kindred Lubeck, listening carefully to hints Taylor had dropped months before. The result wasn't just a ring, it was a story, a memory, an heirloom in the making. Swift's relationship with Arrowhead Stadium has become legendary. Since 2023, she's been a fixture at Chiefs games, her appearances always sparking a frenzy among fans, sports writers, and even rival teams. Early on, she was there for regular season face-offs, tense playoff battles, and the Chiefs' triumphant Super Bowl run. Each time, her presence seemed to add a little extra magic to the air, as if the stadium itself hummed with anticipation. As this NFL season unfolds, rumors swirl about her next appearance. Will she be back at Arrowhead for the next big game? Will there be another impromptu sing-along, a viral moment, a sideline celebration? No one knows for sure, but the speculation only adds to the intrigue. For all the world's attention, Taylor and Travis have managed to keep their wedding plans tightly under wraps. Every tabloid and morning talk show wants the scoop, but so far, details have been scarce. An insider recently revealed that the couple are still in the very early planning stages. No venue, no date, just a lot of dreaming and a shared vision for something intimate and meaningful. "She's having so much fun researching venues and locations," the source explained. "She's in the ideation phase, and she's enjoying it because she's so creative. The one question everyone keeps asking, what will Taylor wear?" remains a mystery. Nearly every major designer has reached out, hoping to create her wedding gown. Taylor, overwhelmed by the offers, hasn't made a decision. Perhaps that's the beauty of it, the anticipation, the possibility, the sense that anything could happen. But one thing is clear, this won't be a star-studded, over-the-top extravaganza. The couple, both 35, have always valued their privacy. They don't want a big wedding with a ton of people, the insider revealed. It will be private, with friends and family, people who are special to them. In a world where celebrity weddings often make headlines for their excess, Taylor and Travis are choosing intimacy over spectacle. No $20 million fantasy, no endless guest list, just a gathering of loved ones, a celebration of their journey. It's this combination, global fame and genuine humility, that makes Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce so fascinating. Despite their celebrity, they remain refreshingly normal. They laugh with family, tip generously, cherish little moments, and sidestep the circus that often surrounds their every move. As the world waits for the next chapter, another Arrowhead appearance, a new song, perhaps a glimpse of that elusive wedding dress, one thing is certain: Taylor Swift isn't just rewriting the record books. She's living her own love story, on her own terms, and inviting us all to watch as it unfolds. For her fans, and for anyone who loves a good story, it's impossible to look away. And with each new twist, the legend of Taylor Swift at Arrowhead only grows, shimmering with possibility.
Oh my God, it's crazy to talk about this music. It's been a secret for over a year. I just have this fixation on Shakespeare characters that I fall in love with, and I can't stand to see them meet a tragic demise. I don't want that to be what happened to them, because are you talking about Ophelia's she died? What do you mean?
Yeah, how dare you?
I was really excited to see what happened with her and Hamlet. They seemed great. And I kind of going back to like the song Love Story, which I wrote when I was a teenager, I was just like, I can't watch Romeo and Juliet not work out. What do you mean they both die? They don't in my version of things. So it's just like you just turn the movie off before the bad ending. But this is a little bit like that, where The Fate of Ophelia talks about how, Ophelia was driven mad by love.
Relatable.
The hook says, like, dug me out of my grave. Figure, where the first line of the second verse says, I pay the check before it kisses the mahogany grain. Yeah. And I'm like, that's my favorite type of writing, right? Where you have to think about, what do those words mean? Oh, somebody got the bill before it hit the table, but you say kisses the mahogany grain. I'm like, okay, that's my favorite type of stuff to write. But there are some lines in the song The Life of a Showgirl that are very much sort of like the manifesto of how I've had
maybe the most demanded piece of new news all time. Let's get into it, Trav.
The most demanded piece of new news of all time. Let's just give it up for Taylor real quick.
That's the appropriate.
She's done it. She's done it again. She's done it again. She's put the world on tilt. It's been so fun to see everybody's reactions, and we've had an absolute blast watching her go through all of her press tour, or radios, and all these talk shows. She's looked amazing, sounded amazing, and this album is absolutely amazing. And if you haven't heard it yet, please go check out The Life of a Showgirl.
How do you feel about Wood? Let's ask this. How do you feel about Wood?